Okay, I'm back. I just decided to go ahead and make this a three-parter, but oh well. It's not gonna be that bad. Just a lot. It's gonna take a little bit more time to upload everything, but okay. But guys, anyways, We're back with part three of the review. So last time we left off with of course talking about Carl. Talking about how he's okay, but he's just bland. And another thing he brings up in the third round, he brings up the Western Europe stuff, like the extra stuff, like the I want to see the people who Leo's family is from. Hakuno does not mention really makes no mention of Leo whatsoever. It's like, wow, Hakuno, way to disregard the fact that literally a person you killed does here's this guy talking about a group of individuals that Leo may or may not have been a part of, and you just disregard like, okay, whatever, don't care. It's like you you literally killed the the would-be king, the would-be leader of that entire faction, and his brother, and you don't say anything. Not only that, as far as I'm aware, Robin Hood and Francis Drake make no comment on Shinji or down in their respectives. It's like it's like Fate Extra was literally forgotten for this game. There's no like at least with Fate Extella, they brought up Leo. Grain brought up Leo. Like he breaks up Leo multiple times. It's like, and in this game, they're not like they don't even I don't think they even mention like aside that one time, there is no mention of Fate Extra ever again. Heck, it's not until you start to see around where they actually start to bring up, X stuff from Extella. The prequel game. It literally takes to the third round before them to start talking about, stuff that happened in the previous game. And it's like, really? Did the person who never wrote this, did the person who wrote Extella Link literally just got a TLDR version of Fate Extella, and then didn't even bother to do research for extra CCC, and just wrote this? Because I'm starting to get the feeling that's what happened with this game. Because there's so much, character and stuff missing from this game. Hakuno just doesn't feel the same. She doesn't really act the same. Characters don't bring up stuff. It's like a lot. Like there's something off about the story. There's like there's something off about it. It's just it doesn't feel right. It's like everything was disregarded just so they could tell Charlie Mage's and Carl's story. It's like a horrible fan fictiony thing. I don't mean to call it that because I don't want it to seem like I think of this game about as likely as I do with the Iliaverse thing, because I don't. I actually find this game enjoyable. While the only thing I like about the Ilia series is that is Elf on the Snow. So one movie out of one movie from an entire series I like, while everything else is just blah. Because I like the gameplay. I like it. I find it enjoyable. I like it. I find it fine. I thought the story was okay. I don't think it's still it's like it feels off. It's not stellar quality, but it's not terrible either. There's good moments. There are good moments in this game. But it's just downtrodden by everything else about the main story. How all this you don't get to play around with and as many servants as you could have. Certain servants just do not join your side whatsoever, or they're not even part of the the story altogether. Cough, Gilgamesh, cough, Iskander, cough, Artoria, cough, and like again, it's like, what the frick? What? Why are you guys even here? Why you guys even bother to show up? You guys aren't even gonna do anything. But what else do like? I guess that's more or less all I hate about the main story. I want to say that's all I want to say about the story, the actual story. I don't think I have anything else I want to say about it. I'm trying to think. Nothing's coming to my mind, so I don't think there is. We're just gonna roll with there's nothing else for it, and we'll just move on to other stuff. Um, the costumes. How you basically for each of the stories, each character, you more or less unlock their costume by playing through their by playing the story in Extella. Yeah, that no longer is a thing. You basically have these missions you get to do. Like I find some of them just fun. Like the first one you play as you get to play is more or less you stopping Nero and Elizabeth from singing because if they both start singing in Rome, people are going to die. Their singing combined would kill people, and we have to stop him. I'm just like, like I was enjoying it simply because of how funny it was. Like how self-aware Hagen was. Like, okay, we cannot let them both like sing. It's like, but she's 27. We cannot let them sing. The people of Neo Roma would die. Their combined voices would kill the people. It would literally kill people. We gotta stop them. It's enjoyable, but it misses it because it's like you don't get character endings. It's just a bunch of missions. That's all it is, and you more or less get skins for them, but it's like okay, it's just a bunch of missions. Meaning like you don't get to see how these missions would play out if you played it with this servant like as Robin Hood or Skazaj or any of the other characters. It's just nope. Here's some missions for you. Here's stuff you do after you beat the main game. So I had to take another drink. My throat is parched. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Anyways, um, multiplayer. I have not. I don't think multiplayer is gonna work because I tried to look for a game. I guess I'll have to try at a different time. But I don't think multiplayer is gonna land. It's just doesn't seem like a lot of people play. There's not a lot of people who play Extella, and I don't think a lot of people actually play it for online multiplayer. It's not that kind of game. I don't. Again, I appreciate the fact that they tried, but upon them trying, I'm starting to realize, yeah, this would never work. I don't think unless they did something that would entice people to play it. I don't think people would ever play the multiplayer because there's no achievements. So at least there's somewhere to know. Okay, on the off chance that there is no achievements, let's not let's not add any achievements that would be nearly impossible to get. So I commend them on that. They were at least self-aware to know that let's not try to add any multiplayer achievements because we don't know how well multiplayer is going to be. Um, I think that's mostly it. Again, overall, I like the game. This stuff it did good. Gameplay wise, it's a good game. Story wise, it is a terrible game. It's not not. I guess I should say just a bad game. I don't know. It's mediocre. I guess what I would call it. It's a mediocre story with good gameplay, and I kind of hate it because I went in here thinking I was gonna have a good time, good experience with the story, and then I kind of was like, wow, that was disappointing. That that felt worse than Extella. like 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 to this day, Altera's death in her route, I can assure you, will likely always make me cry or bring me to or almost bring me to tears. Because just how beautiful it is, because of how sad it is, because of how good the music is, how good, how greatly constructed that scene is. I think will always bring a tear to my eye whenever I think I see that scene because of how good it is. I cannot say the same thing for any scene. I cannot say the same thing for that scene. I cannot say the same for Hit Carl's final death scene, which is probably the closest thing we have to an actual sad scene. I think Charmage almost maybe bringing me tears, but it's like, I mean, it sucks, but whatever. I can't remember. But none of the scenes top Ultra's death in her route. And I think that's more or less a sum up to how weak the story actually is. Because, and again, at the end, it's like, apparently with the ending, we more or less are trying to, bring back Charlie Mage and Carl as the self-sealing as attack programs and all this other crap. It's like, I at least appreciate that because I always love it when we stick it to the moon cell. Like, hey, you you think you can do whatever you want? Please, like that's probably the one moment I feel like Hakuno more or less has her character moment. It's like who she is. Like, I'm not gonna accept this. You saying that if there's a way for us to bring back Charlie H and Carl? We're doing it. We're gonna try it. I don't care what the moon cell thinks it does. We're doing it. I refuse to accept the fact we just lose those two. They they deserve to live. God dang it. And it's like one of the moments where it's like, yes, Hakuno finally makes an appearance. Like Hakuno's true self. She's acting as her true self. And then just game over, and then just credits. Like, oh, that was her one and only moment in the entire game where she more or less acted like herself. Thanks, Nasu! Thanks for ruining. Ugh. Like, I want to love this game, but the more and more I think about it, the more and more I just can't help but hate it. Cause they because this game's not even like a real like follow up to Extella. This apparently takes place in a different timeline. Cause again, you got Elizabeth who isn't corroded, which I mean, okay. I found Elizabeth, corroded to not only be like she had a moments where she was evil, but she also had a moments where she's like she accidentally helps us. I loved it because like that's all Elizabeth. She tries to be evil as best as she can, but we all know she's good in the inside. We know she's a sweetheart. It's just like Gilgamesh is shoved to the side, like he's shoved all the way to his side. He only pays once. He's like he gets and excuse my language, he gets shafted really hard in this game. He appears once, and then he's never to be seen again. Doesn't come back to help. Doesn't do anything. Good. He doesn't do anything that makes him memorable like in Extella, where he more or less he literally just says more or less does a surprise attack on Archimedes. Like, yeah, no, you you do not do that. Like, I'm gonna leave you to Altera because I know whatever I do to you, she could do far worse. Because there's nothing I could do you that she's not going to do even worse. It's like, and then you got that scene moment where Archimedes is more or less talking to you. It's like, not Archimedes, Gilgamesh. He's talking to you. It's like, he had memorable moments. In this game, he just captures you, free him, and then he goes off. It's like, wow. He does nothing. He does absolutely nothing in this game. Wow. And that's the bad thing. I want to like Charlie Mage. I really do, but he takes up way too much spotlight. From Nero, from Totoro, from these veteran characters. At least with Ultra, she was introduced in such a way that, you know, she's the main villain, but she also turns out to be this incredibly good, like, conflicted, like, complex person. And she shares the spotlight with Itamo and Nero. She doesn't take away from them, she shares it with them. Charlemagne? Charlemagne steals it. Like, he takes the spotlight. Like, okay, Nero, Itamo, Gilgamesh, Archer, I know you guys are all the main heroes here, but this is my story. I get to spend time with the masters. Like, I don't even know you. I just met you like a week ago. Why do you think you can somehow just come in here and take me like you knew me from the start? Like, no, don't do that. You do not get to take me away from my waifus. You don't do that, Charmage. That's bad. I don't care if you people think you're secretly a student servant of Ritsuka. I don't care. You can go frig yourself. God sucks anyways. But I think that's more or less it. That's more or less all I gotta say for Extella Link. Good. If you're looking for a good game to play, for a game with good gameplay, I recommend you play it. If you want to enjoy a good face story, would not recommend it because it's mediocre at most. It's decent and mediocre at most. Well, decently mediocre. So it's not terrible, but it's not great either. So yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hopefully tomorrow I'll hit you guys with some fake news about what's going on with Guda Guda and what's going on over Japan and what the new server is and all that crap. I'll hope you do that tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed and have a lucky day.